Rowlett, Texas has become one of the fastest growing cities in the country, and on top of that, it's actually been recognized as one of the safest ones as well. And while that's impressive in its own right, you're going to soon start hearing about Rowlett, Texas becoming one of the go-to destinations in North Texas. So make sure to stay to the end because soon you're going to see why. But in the meantime, we're going to check out Rowlett's history, what it's like to live in Rowlett, and we're also going to cover affordability, employment, lifestyle, and real estate. And something that many viewers of our videos really enjoy is how we do a deep breakdown in every city, but at the same time, we compare it against other cities in the Metroplex. So we truly do provide everything you need to know about Rowlett, Texas. And it first starts off by finding it on the map. Rowlett is northeast of Dallas and has a George Bush Turnpike cutting right through the center of it. And it also has Highway 66 cutting east to west, with Interstate 30 bordering the south of the city, which is going to be useful if you're trying to get to Fort Worth, as that takes about an hour. Now, if you're trying to get to downtown Dallas, that's going to be a 25-minute commute. And if you're trying to get to the airport, make sure you budget at least 40 minutes. Now, I share those travel times because that gives you an understanding of the scope of the DFW Metroplex. It also gives you benchmarks of locations that you might find yourself going to frequently, either for pleasure or for work. Now, to give you a more local feel of what the traffic situation is like, I want to show you how far you can travel within 30 minutes of Rowlett. So as you can see, you can cover a good portion of the eastern part of the Dallas Fort Worth Metroplex. And now that you know where Rowlett is on the map, I want to welcome you to DFW Homeowner YouTube channel. My name is Jaime Resendiz, your local realtor and team leader, able to help you make money in real estate, whether you're buying or selling. We're on a mission to reach every DFW resident. So if you can hit that like button, that's going to really help us out. All right, so back to Rowlett because this is what you came for. Rowlett, Texas is a city in both Dallas and Rockwall counties, with a population north of 73,000 residents as of present day. Now, while the first European settlers arrived in the mid-1800s, the city didn't officially become incorporated until 1952. And it didn't take long for the city to start growing rapidly because of all of the parks, the recreation, and number of businesses and schools that Rowlett started building. Now, also, the city's proximity to major highways in downtown Dallas have made it a very attractive place for those that don't want to live in the city of Dallas itself. In addition, Rowlett being home to several lakes, including Lake Ray Hubbard, which is the largest lake in Dallas County, has led to its rapid expansion. It will soon be home to the billion-dollar development in Sapphire Bay. So as you can see, Rowlett has come a long way and is making some huge leaps forward in becoming one of the leading cities in the Dallas Fort Worth Metroplex. Rowlett reminds me a lot of Grapevine. Grapevine is known for its recreation, it's known for its attractions, and Rowlett is really taking a lot of the same notes that Grapevine did several years ago. But let's go a little bit broader. Let's introduce niche.com, which analyzes millions of public data sets all across the country and compares cities versus cities. And using this external resource in niche.com, you see that Rowlett received an A-, having aggregated these 12 categories that you see on the screen. Now, I also want to take this opportunity to show you all of the accolades that Rowlett has been receiving over the last several years. You can see that not only is it being rewarded for being one of the fastest growing, but it's also being rewarded for being one of the safest cities around. Now, we won't have time to explore every single category today. However, I want you to go down to the description and get the full report on Rowlett. Now we need to explore recreation, parks, trails, and more, and Rowlett is one of the best cities to do that in. So as you can see, the park situation in Rowlett is pretty much on lock. You're going to find a place for the outdoors and recreation and leisure all throughout the city. Now you might also want to find some time to check out Rowlett's community center. There's fitness rooms, full-size gyms, racquetball courts, indoor and outdoor track, gaming room, and multiple purpose banquet and meeting room. And while we did allude to this earlier, you certainly want to check out Sapphire Bay, where you'll find a lagoon, a synchronized water and video show, a resort and conference center, and world-class marina, along with tons of shopping, restaurants, and just some fun. All right, so now let's cover one of the more important requirements for every homeowner, which is the school system. Because regardless if you have kids or not, it matters. First of all, you're paying property taxes, and two, it impacts the resale value of your home. Rowlett is served by two public school districts, Garland ISD and Rockwall ISD. Overall, you have 24 preschools to choose from, 13 elementary schools, 5 middle schools, and 4 high schools. And since most of the community in Rowlett is serviced by Garland ISD, I want to share that the enrollment there is 56,000 students, which makes it the 4th largest district in Dallas County. Now, if you're wondering what the student-to-teacher ratio is, it's 15-1, which is right on par with the state average. And another number that you might find interesting is that the percentage of teachers with 3 or more years experience is 95%, which is 11% higher than the state average. Now, when it comes to information about schools, there are certain things that I, as a real estate agent, am not able to cover. So I'm going to leave a link down below that's going to give you the full school report on Rowlett. But what I am able to cover is something that is very near and dear to my heart, something that I really value, which is there a Chick-Fil-A in Rowlett? And I'm pleased to announce that Rowlett is officially here. It has a Chick-Fil-A right in the middle of it all. All right, so I'm only half joking. You might not appreciate Chick-fil-A as much as I do. However, something we do all need to appreciate is the real estate in Rowlett. Because regardless if you're a renter or a homeowner in Rowlett, the real estate market does impact you. So let's look at Rowlett from a macro perspective first. The typical home value of homes in Rowlett is $411,269. This value is seasonally adjusted and only includes the middle price tier of homes. Now brace for this, Rowlett's home values have gone up 30.2% over the past year. Which, folks, that is not uncommon given the year that we just came from. As you can appreciate, over the last 10 years, the home values have gone up every single year without fail. Now, if you've been waiting for home prices to come down, you might soon get your wish. But of course, no one can predict the future. So with the median home value of $412,000, you might be thinking that is a heck of a deal, or you might be thinking that is still too much. Either way, you're right. Everyone's going to have a different perception on what that number means to them, how that fits within their budget. And I totally respect that. So I also want to share with you what the surrounding Rowlett cities look like from a median price value perspective. In Wiley, the median home value is $448,000. In Rockwall, it's $476,000. In Sunnyvale, it's $645,000. In Garland, it's $322,000. And in Saxe, it's $472,000. Now, this might be the first time that you're looking at homes in Rowlett. So to give you a better understanding of what $412,000 can buy you in the city, check out these following homes. All of the homes that you just saw are homes that are available for sale right now in Rowlett. They're all within that median price range, so make sure you go down to the description and check out the link where we show you our preferred homes. Now, you may also want to know what the monthly mortgage payment looks like for one of these homes. So I want to invite you to check out this video right here where I break it down for you. Now, if you're coming in from another state, you absolutely want to watch that video. It's mandatory viewing because property taxes are some of the highest taxes in the country. And while real estate is super important, we do recognize that that's not the entire picture. We also want to understand what the cost of living is like in Rowlett. And when compared to the national average, you see that the cost of living in Rowlett is 13% more. Now, when it comes to Rowlett housing, that's also 20% higher than the national average. With utilities, you're looking at 10% more than the average. And with groceries, you're actually paying 2% less. And with transportation, you get another break because that's 10% less than the national average as well. Now, at this point, you might be thinking, Jaime, Rowlett sounds like an amazing city. I would love to live there. If that sounds like you, make sure to go down to the description and connect with one of our top agents. Now, if you're still on the fence and would rather check out another city with similar characteristics, I want you to check out these two cities. I want you to check out Wiley, and I also want you to check out Rockwall.